AnimeSecrets.org, the answer to all your burning questions.
And welcome everyone back to another episode of the Anime Secrets Declassified JoJo's podcast. I'm Miguel Moreno, and I'm joined today by Anthony.
Hey.
And returning back from his hiatus in Italy, Mason.
Ciao. Hello.
Arrivederci indeed. And today we are talking about the latest episode, Sex Pistols Appear. Wow, about messed up the name. Part 2.
I think
What do you guys think?
6 bullets appear.
No, I'm not calling it that.
We're an equal opportunity podcast here.
Mhm.
All translations are welcome, even the bad
Except
ones.
with it.
Well, not to me. Well, not to me.
Well, I
Nah.
would say unless it's infringing on music copyright and someone's afraid of getting sued.
Well,
In
sue
which
me
case-
then. Stop playing.
In which case, Six Pistols Appears, Part 2. What'd you guys
Yeah,
think
why
of
did
the
they
episode
call it
overall?
Six Pistols? I think that would have been way better name. Six Pistols. That would have been. I actually would have tolerated that.
But if you think about it like this, if they say it's 6 bullets, but like someone mispronounces it as like 6 bullets, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And now I wanted it to be Sex Bullets.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But today's episode, we got a full-fledged fight episode again, which was very good.
Very, very good.
Oh yeah. Left off from Mr. or the truck leaving off, Mr. climbing on top, and we got the fight almost right away with a little bit of Mr.'s backstory, which wasn't quite as complex as Abakia's, but I think that's probably going to change it because this one definitely felt a little bit shorter
Yeah.
compared to the other one.
Yeah, and I remember in the manga, it was like, one thing they might do is just they use one half in this episode, and then they'll use the other half like potentially later on, like they do in like some of the earlier series where they're like, oh, this is the character, this is his life, and then probably like show the other half when it's like he's in a very serious fight, and it's like this is when he realized his full potential. It's like, oh, okay.
Basically.
Yeah, no, and we saw how Mr. Stand works. Today we saw how his opponent, aptly named Arts and Craft. Oh boy, that was a weird name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, look, I'm still gonna, no matter what, I'm still gonna call them by the original name. I'm still gonna
Me
call it
too.
Kraftwerk.
Me
Okay,
too.
so I usually understand most of the musical references. What is Kraftwerk a reference to?
Okay.
A German man, I think. Right,
It's
right, Mason?
Yeah, it's a German electronic group. They were one of the first what's dubbed as Krautrock, which was just basically German prog rock, but it was like more experimental, more weird, and like Kraftwerk is like the biggest name in Germany because they're like they put out a lot of albums, but they're very like secretive and elusive. And they're, like I said, they are hugely influential on like a lot of groups. Like the big one is like Rammstein. They covered a Kraftwerk song, and they're highly recommend them if you're into electronic music and seeing where it all started from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because,
Yeah.
they said the name, like Arts and Crafts. I'm like, okay. What?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Iraqi went for like a lot of like obscure stuff this season, like Gold Experience. That's a Prince album.
But you could make a meme out of that though, because think about it. So like because we sell arts and crafts, get it? But
There's a nice door you can walk out, like I think to your left.
I regret nothing.
uh, but yeah, no, and that standability I thought was interesting. Like, because I saw him, he comes back floating in midair, and I'm like, wait, does he have flight now, or
Yeah, like
standing,
yeah,
like keeping
it,
people in place? And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
yeah, it's such a good but weird ability.
It
He can make things like either stay stuck or like he can move it.
Yeah, the closest comparison I can think of is like if you guys played Breath of the Wild, there's a rune called the Stasis rune, which keeps something in place for like a limited amount of
That's what
time.
everybody kept referencing to when they
Right, and I'm
the
like,
comment section.
as soon as he said like, I can keep you in place, and this is when he was just helping Mista and the truck driver in place. I'm like, I wonder if like he throws something and he can like punch it, if it'd be similar to Breath of the Wild, where all the force would just get released at once. And as soon as he did that with the bullets, I'm like, yeah, I've seen how this plays out. Oh, you might be F, Mista.
Mm-hmm.
you think that, but you may be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and like just how he was able just to stop, the bullets as soon as like it hit him. I'm like, he's gonna have some fast reactions for that, or well, man,
Yeah,
there's no way he should have survived that first gunshot to the head.
Right.
and then the multiple other ones after, like in the neck,
Yeah,
like how it was like the first rule of like a bullet is if it enters your body, yeah, it's over.
yeah. You typically get shot. You might not make it.
Yeah.
You catch a case of the death.
Mhm.
Yes, the death. It's something that it's typically not prescribed to you, and a doctor visit may not be able to help you whatsoever.
However,
But
a visit to the morgue may.
it may. And I gotta give this guy credit. Good gracious, he just kept going and going.
Mhm.
Like, what's a little blood to me? I could keep fighting. Like, whew.
And it was just like everyone thought like, oh, it'll only work like outside of his body, but then it's like, no, it works inside as well.
Oh yeah. And, oh man,
Mm.
those Mr. Stan Sex Pistols they're so entertaining. Like, we're so used to Stan's like not talking, or if they are talking, it's just the other person's voice. But having these guys just like actually have a personality just like
I
makes
like
them
it.
that much more endearing.
I think it's they're basic. I think it's adorable that they just act like kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it's like watch them ride the bullet. I was like, that is precious.
Oh yeah, they're like, don't worry, mister, don't put in the fourth one. That way it won't be unlucky.
And what does he do? He's like, I'm still gonna do it.
You don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do this.
Mhm.
But I love how it was like a very serious fight, but also like had some comedy at the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like they finally get back to the marina, and then Jordan pops up and he's like, "Okay, truck driver, take me up to the top where Mista is." And he's like, "You're joking."
Yeah,
You are like, I'm joking. No.
and that was after he's like, next time someone tells me what to do, I'm going to give it to him. 5 seconds later.
Later.
All right, we're going back to the top. All right, let's go.
But it's also kind of funny because, like, didn't he just drop him off, like, missed off? Like, why didn't Jordan just look over and see where he was? Like, it's just.
Because
Then I remember, like, I read the manga, but I forgot this part happened. This is
because Araki forgot.
he forgets a lot of things. I've noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a recurring joke where it's like,
Yeah.
just wait for the rest of the series because it happens a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen like a video of it once. It was pretty funny.
So you
Oh, yeah.
two both have read through the entirety of Part 5, and one thing I'm noticing pretty early on is a lot of the stand fights haven't really involved the main protagonist. Like
Oh no,
these
like
last two,
it's like he's there, but he doesn't get involved as much until
Yeah,
the final battle. Like, no, wait, no, he fights a couple fights, but majority of the time it's mostly either someone in the gang, or it's them splitting off and fighting individual fights themselves.
and
I think
honestly, like, oh, go ahead, Mason.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, like, he's just kind of like the silent observer. He's watching and researching, so he'll figure out like the proper way for them to beat whoever they're fighting.
Yeah.
Instead of just previous protagonists who are just like rush in headlong, punch everything, and save the day.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I've actually really been kind of enjoying this, where
Yeah.
it's not, and I'm sure I've mentioned this in previous episodes, but like, having the one OP character is always nice, but whenever you develop some of these other side characters, they sometimes fall by the wayside. They sometimes kind of
Yeah.
feel not
Especially
impactful.
Yeah, especially like in part 3 where like majority of the fight. Yeah, sure. One or two of the characters does get their moment to shine, but like it's mostly Jotaro and Polnareff. They're always the ones in the middle having their own fights. Like they're the ones you see mostly do most of the fights.
Right, and
Yeah.
in this one, we've just literally had back-to-back episodes of a different person taking on, the enemy of the week.
Mhm.
Whereas, in part 3, where it was, okay, maybe one of the characters will get their moment, but then it immediately went back to Jotaro.
Yeah.
And this one, so far, it's, like you guys stated, Joro's just by the wayside. And it kind of does make sense because he is still the
The
newest
new guy. Yeah,
inductee.
he's the new guy, so he
So
just
you-
needs to just watch and learn.
Exactly. Like the other people have the experience, they've more than likely dealt with
They have the
problems
gold
like this.
His experience. They had the golden experience.
I need Zipperman to get you guys both out.
You have to make us pose. You have to pose first before you can do that.
Who says I haven't been doing that?
Oh,
Snap.
oh snap!
Who says I haven't tucked out my shirt and been posing like Giorno this whole time?
Mm-mm.
But yeah, no, it actually feels pretty refreshing, and I hope this keeps going, because not only does it actually make me care about the other characters, but it'll actually make me appreciate whenever Giorno does come back into the limelight. Like, oh, hey, you're finally back. Go do something again.
I think he has another major fight coming up after a few more fights. Because I know they're going to continue focusing on introducing the other characters and their stand abilities. I think
Right.
the next one is. I think the next one's going to be Narantia.
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Fugo.
Oh god, that's the one I want to see the most.
Purple freaking haze. I kind of look forward to seeing seeing his flashback too, because I freaking like. I applauded what this man did to
like to me it's like the entire series is like really good stands, and like everyone's like, oh man, King Crimson's so creepy looking. I'm like, no, Purple Haze literally scares me. Like,
no,
it's,
King Crimson just confuses the crap out of me, but Purple Haze will give me nightmares.
Purple Haze does look creepy, and if you're naming yourself after a Jimi Hendrix song, you better do some trippy stuff, man.
oh no, I'm not gonna spoil
How does
his
King
ability.
Crimson work? Sorry, I had to
It just
say
does.
that.
It just does. But the way this fight ended, though, back to the episode at hand. Wow, that was. I actually didn't see that coming. I thought he was just
Even-
gonna. I thought he was just gonna redirect the bullets while the guy was distracted. But no, just dig the other bullet further in. I'm like, I should have seen that coming. Actually,
Yeah, and
Right.
that was as someone said, that's a wanted level of wackiness there. Like he
Mhm.
curved the bullets.
He split the bullets and then he curved them. Genius. But yeah,
I
go ahead.
I was to say like it was just like it was like I think he knew at that moment we saw that like that bullet crack in half and come right at him. He was like, "Well, this has been fun. Later, guys."
And at this moment, he knew he had done effed up.
Yeah.
He done goofed.
He put the bullet all like this. Like, he put the second bullet all the way up to the freaking brain. I was like, ooh, cringe, but I still loved it.
It's like it was just like I'm like medically this can't be possible, but you know what? This is fiction. It'll work.
I was thinking, man, that gives new meaning to the word double tap.
Yeah.
Ah, Zombieland.
But yeah, overall, great episode. Good fight again, and I feel like after now, what, a month since this is premiered?
Yeah.
Oh, good. No,
Consist-
oh God, it has been a month.
Yeah.
It's been going by really fast. Like, oh my god.
We got like 31 episodes left.
But yeah, like after a month of seeing like consistently good fights, I feel it's safe to say, yeah, no, just expect good fights throughout this part, because I don't think I've been let down once yet.
No, I haven't either.
Oh no,
I didn't
no.
even mind the flashbacks in between the episodes. It's actually like it actually does help the characters more by us giving the flashbacks now as opposed to later on.
Yeah, as opposed
Yeah,
to Kakuin's
Oh
flashback,
my freaking
literally
god.
when he's about to die.
That was terrible. They should be ashamed of themselves. And even Abdul didn't even have like a flashback. He was just like, oh, well, I'm just here.
He
Whatever.
had like one.
And it wasn't even
what-
like, even wasn't even about his childhood either. It was just about Dio, and I'm just like, eh. Even Iggy had a black story, and I'm just like, wow. You care about the dog and the redhead, but you don't care about the person of color in your group. Shameful.
The joke is Araki cares about animals.
That bastard.
You know,
I see that reference. Oh my god. No animals safe.
if you're an animal in the JoJo's world, you're gonna have a bad time.
Except
wait until,
except
start
one
reading
in
part
part
8.
4.
Araki actually forgets how to draw dogs.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I think
God.
we've all enjoyed this one. Final thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, so I thought the episode was really good. It was awesome seeing Mista come to life. Seeing Mista do what Mista does best. You know, that boy can shoot. That boy can shoot like nobody else. I loved watching him go all Punisher and his backstory, and I liked seeing the versatility of his stand and seeing how he always had an ace in the hole. I like his outlook on life. You know, Mista's very much becoming one of my favorite characters, and it was really cool that he got to have a two-parter and he really got to shine in it like nothing else. And we got to see the personality of his stand, but also of him coming through. So there was a lot to get in both episodes, and I think that they really did a good job outlaying it. And I can't wait to see what they have in the next couple.
Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. The fight was really cool. The villain stand was amazing, and like you never thought about, oh man, kinetic energy. How could I exploit this to my advantage? And then like, oh, rapidly tapping a bullet to like shoot it at someone. Huh.
Yeah. Anthony, your final thoughts?
I overall liked the way Six Pistols was used. I definitely enjoy the individual bullet stand itself, because like they have such a much booming personality, and like again, I feel so bad for number 5.
Sorry, my phone messed up a little bit. Yeah,
Poor
but
boy. Gets bullied to heck.
Justice for 5.
We are
five
in-
is five
Oh.
is the most underrated of the 6 bullets.
Yeah.
We here are anti-bullying, and we condone the actions done against number 5.
Indeed.
Mhm.
But yeah, like you guys said, enjoyed the episode a lot. Can't wait to see what next week's is. I think it's about to get ready to wrap up on this arc and probably move on to the next one.
Yeah. And in case you guys are wondering, like, who is that chick that always keeps appearing in this opening? You might find that out in next episode.
And we will catch you guys all next week to discuss that episode. But until then, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodbye to the beautiful people, everyone.
Later.
Bye.
Adios.